speaking, when you think that you're under scrutiny, what we call scrutiny or advanced scrutiny, you are looking first for some sort of active surveillance, because
the dude who lingers too long outside your apartment.
If they're what we would call a bumbling surveillant, then yes, bumbling surveillance exists, right? There's different levels of surveillance. So let's reverse engineer. You've got an asset. The asset knows that you are getting their secrets. Asset turns you in. Well, now the question for the local police force or the local intelligence service is, do we wrap up the person that we know is collecting secrets, or do we observe the person who's collecting secrets to see who else are they collecting secrets from, and who else are they meeting with to report their secrets to? Because now you have the opportunity to unfold an entire network. It's a very similar problem to what the police have. Do you take out one drug dealer, or do you follow the drug dealer to find, the larger kingpin? So the first thing that we do when we suspect that we might be under scrutiny is amp up our situational awareness to observe whether or not we think we're being observed. So yes, bumbling surveillance would be a potential that you're being observed. Usually bumbling surveillance exists naturally. Like, there are countries where you just being a tall, wealthy white guy, as soon as you walk into that country, there's going to be some bumbling person who's always like 17 feet behind you with a newspaper walking around, just keeping an eye on you, right? For any number of reasons. We would expect to see more refined, sophisticated surveillance. So we would look for a team. We're trained to see teams of surveillance, foot surveillance, vehicle surveillance. We're trained to know when and how to look for closed television, closed circuit TV, and or aerial drones. We know when we can spot them at the right time to confirm if they're after us, right? And if we see sophisticated surveillance, then we can trigger the next step. So that's one way that we would go about doing it. The other thing we would look for is electronic signatures, that we're being electronically surveilled. There's certain signatures, there are certain behaviors that you can look for in your cell phone, in your computer, in your laptop, in your smart TV, on your smart devices. There's certain things that you can keep an eye out for that demonstrate that you might be tapped or you might be under.
Are any of those unclassified that you can tell me about?
I'm pretty sure that it's unclassified to talk about gaps, like delays. If you start to see performance delays in a device that is performing normally, that's a good sign that it's got an additional drag on its internal CPU or its internal memory.
I'm gonna be so paranoid now.
So if your smartwatch is always working, and then all of a sudden your smartwatch has this delay, it's not catching the right time, it's not.
For educational and a little bit of entertainment purposes only. And